Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So we are not only entering a new trading week, we are also entering a new trading year as we enter 2021 and put 2020 behind us. So for 2020, it has been very detrimental for a lot of companies and industries such as airline, industrial, the list goes on and on and on. You know, we've seen stocks hit rock bottoms in 2020, but then emerged to record highs and recovering very, very significantly on the back of increased hope that we will emerge from COVID's shadow going into Q4 in the back end of 2020 and also into Q1 and Q2 in 2021. So today I want to look at Visa and American Express because we've seen a sharp turnaround in their fortunes over the course of the last 6 months, and what are the opportunities going into 2021 for both of them. So both cards, you could say, or both companies, sorry, you could say are competing against each other, but there is a slight difference. One key difference between American Express and Visa is that one is a payment network only, but the other one does payment networking and issues cards as well. So a card issuer is a third party, typically a bank that extends credit to consumers. When you use your card in any way, shape or form, you know, the card issuer pays for the transaction and you get reimbursed once you pay off that charge. So a payment network processes the transactions as well. So basically American Express is providing these two services. So you could say American Express has a slight upper hand on Visa in terms of what it offers to consumers. However, Visa's fortunes have favored better in the back end of 2020. You know, the sudden steep drop in airline travel, hotels, restaurants, entertainment, you know, it both hit the companies very hard. But there could be a silver lining, as you know, we'll take a look in a second, as the share price has benefited at the back end of Q4, you know, with the obvious resurgence of COVID related infections. But you know, we've had optimism on the vaccinations that have come out, and you know, one has actually been recently approved again. So we're looking to see into 2021 how many more of these vaccinations are going to become apparent and licensed and regulated so they can be put out on the market. So you know, obvious confidence booster there, propelling not only Visa and American Express stocks, but probably stocks all around the globe. So let's just take a look at Visa first of all today. So, you know, as we can see throughout 2019, going into 2020, we've had this great ascendancy on Visa, and you know, this was forever flowing until we hit the pandemic hit, and then we saw you know, quite low bottom. So if I just zoom in, I just want to put it onto a daily chart here at the moment just to get a better perspective. So I just wanted to see you know, the whole outlook for the last couple of years. So as you can see, we had a bit of a sell-off, but then we had this very large weekend gap on the 9th of November, and this is when the Pfizer vaccination first took hold, you know, licensing rumors, etc., to really give a lot of the stocks a boost. If you look at most stocks on the 9th of November, you'll see that they propel quite significantly, and now we're looking to see what can be the next main potential. So I'm looking at the momentum indicator at the moment as well to give me a little bit of advice and clues onto the next stages. So these are very nice levels here. These are the tops here, and I'm also looking at a bit of a convergence on the base and confluence of the base and convergence line of the Ichimoku indicator, which is at just above the $210 range, and that is significant because it's at the top border of the Ichimoku cloud as well. So what I'll be looking at here is very nice levels. I'll just zoom in a little bit more for better perspective. There's very nice levels here if the prices can stay above this range, because here I'm seeing quite a strong bearish divergence. And if this comes into play, then we could see prices start falling back to the ranges of what we saw before. You can see when there's a confluence zone of any indicator, not to mention the Ichimoku cloud, there is cause for concern because prices could be dragged back into this range here. So if we can stay above this area, roughly above the 216, 217, we could see further fresh highs. However, you have to be careful that if this comes apparent, then you know, we could see prices start falling a little bit further down, possibly back down to where they were and start engulfing the cloud. So just something to look out for, but very exciting good levels, very positive levels, and very easy to read as well. So I'll probably be looking to put a sell stop in if prices start to decrease. So, you know, there are good potentials going short as well. So I'll just have a quick look at American Express as well. So the last time I looked at American Express a few weeks ago, I was looking at these levels here because there were very nice peaks, and you know, we broke through. Again, we're looking at the 9th of November here, where we saw very, very positive market sentiment based on the vaccination that was coming out from Pfizer. You know, we've got approval for another vaccination with AstraZeneca. Johnson & Johnson are on the way, trying to get their vaccination license and approved as well. So, you know, it's looking good for a lot of companies, but you have to have a bit of trepidation because of the recent news that there is going to be possible further lockdowns. But is it going to be that detrimental for Visa and MasterCard? We'll have to wait and see, because of, you know, as you can probably imagine, there's a lot of online payments going through, you know, record online shopping and consumer going through now. So again, I'll be looking to see if prices start waning. We might start looking towards this area of the cloud, which is, you know, engulfment, and that will be at the last recent significant peak at 116. You could argue and say that we had some peaks here, but as you can see, there is a little bit of a resistance test here. If we start pushing up, then I don't see why we can't go back to fresh highs. So really nice levels again. There's nothing too disturbing on the momentum indicator at the moment. There was a bit of a divergence in the past, but you know, momentum has kept pushing down, prices have kept pushing upwards, so we'll have to wait and see if that comes into fruition. So just certain things to look out for Visa and MasterCard going into 2021, and we'll see how significant that is in the next few trading sessions. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have any comments, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.